Like, let's talk about how she doxed you.
So when did it happen? April 19th. So I had like 2 to 3 days notice. She was harassing me, calling me endlessly, texting me, emailing me, anyone who shared my last name. So I knew that this was going to happen. I quickly went to a friend's home in the middle of nowhere, just in case anything happened. I was scared to be home. And then she published my name with an address. I mean, it took me like a few days. I was kind of like just running on adrenaline, and then a few days later, it like hit me what happened. And yeah, I mean, what specific questions do you have?
Well, no, I guess like the story of like what happened when it all went down.
What was the result of that? Like what kind of?
Yeah, she denied. So look, they published a story with a direct link to
a link, and they also referenced another website where they didn't link it, so it was 2 where people can go and find another address, and
then removed the link shortly after, and then lied saying they never did.
Right?
Oh, we never did that. Nope. And I'm like, there's an archive showing you did. And they're like, no.
What was your experience immediately after, like in the 20 minutes after the post went up? Did you start to have personal experiences? Like people contact you and stuff?
Yeah. Oh my God. My phone was blowing up like crazy. It was probably the most insane week of my life so far. I mean, I'm pretty young, but so far. What?
I was going to say, it wasn't just the address, though. It was your name.
My name, right. My
name.
So
all of a sudden, everybody knew that this account, which had people were they wanted to find out who you were because there were death threats. And then she facilitated the extremists who were trying to find out who you were. She facilitated like for them.
I think, yeah, that definitely. But immediately following it, I think the thing that was the top of mind for me was what comes next, right? Okay, so now everyone has my name, my location. So what's going to happen now? Are people going to show up? Is someone going to come try to murder me or hurt me? So it was that unknown of what's going to happen. And then the other thing, keep in mind, is that no one knew what I looked like. So that was the other thing. I'm like, how long will it take for them to find a picture? And I waited. That was actually it was really insecure feeling, because every day I'm like, is today going to be the day that they release a picture, or they find something, or they show up to my house and stalk me, or I don't know. And I waited a week, I waited 2 weeks, I waited a month, 2 months. It's been 8 months. They never found a picture yet. And I mean, now obviously I chose to reveal myself, but it was every single time I left my house, I'm like, is someone here? Are they coming? It's just the unknown. So I think that's
what they want.
Right.
So
and that's part of the reason why I took that away from them by showing myself. I took that power away from them.
When the Club Q thing happened, I said, how do we stop the violence, but also stop these grooming events? They went nuts over this. And I had people calling my phone. We got a ton of death threats. And they were explicitly saying they want to make sure that people like me, you, Matt Walsh, and a few other people like Andy No, cannot live comfortably and without feeling extreme
fear. They
fear.
Outright say that.
Yeah, I know. And it's funny because I'm like, dude, like, I tweeted, could you imagine some like Antifa soy boy showing up to the mountains of West Virginia into MAGA country and then like breaking into a house? I'll tell you what happened. They got shot at. And I don't want that to happen. It scares me that one of our guys, opened fire and that happened. Please do not don't break into a property in West Virginia for the love of all that is holy. The people in West Virginia, this is West Virginia, man. Yeah. I mean, we're not talking about New Jersey. We're not talking about New York. New York, you're breaking, the person says, please don't hurt me. West Virginia, you break through the window and there's a right-wing nut job with a Barrett M82 aimed right at you and he's yelling yee-haw. Like, the people out here shooting their backyards for fun. Yeah. So when people were doxing my address, somehow, I was telling people that's not my address. That's not where I live. Don't go there. Someone's going to shoot you. This is insane. One of the properties that we have, it's my house. I was not there because we take precautions. We set things up. I can't say too much because it's security, but we do these things not too dissimilar to what Elon Musk does with his plane to make sure it's hard to find where I'm at. Someone thought they found us. Some things happened. I can't say for security reasons, but lead us to believe it was political. Then I think it was 3 guys, but 2 guys had broken in. There's a 3rd guy who I don't think was in the house. And let's say shots were fired. And then they dove out the window. This is the report that we got. There's a bullet hole. I took a picture of it. I posted it. They think that by doing these things and threatening us, I'm going to live in fear. Look, I don't know where you live. I'm just going to say this. Yeah, I'm in West Virginia and I'm not scared. I'm scared for them. I'm scared for them. Please don't come here.
I will not hesitate to use force if someone comes to hurt me. So I'll get that out there too.
Regarding psychological,
I'm scared because the people who live in the mountains out here, like every house has a Trump flag on it. Every house has an FJB. Look, there are some like DC liberal people who want to get out of the big city and they come out here and everyone just rolls their eyes at them. But we're talking about farmland. We're talking about big signs that people make on their own saying like Trump, Trump, Trump. Even DeSantis, I'm like, Antifa comes out here, someone's going to make a phone call and be like, everybody, come quick. Antifa's showing up. And then everyone's on their porch with their guns. Like, don't mess around.
Yeah.
I don't want people to get hurt. So
I
please.
strongly believe, and I've been saying this for months, if they would have the opportunity to kill us, me, you, many other people, with knowing that they're not going to face any consequences, they would absolutely do it. They would absolutely take the shot.
I think they tried to with Andy No. When they attacked,
the reason that they didn't come for us yet is, first of all, we have security, but secondly, because they don't want to go to prison. Most people, right?
I don't think prison's the issue. These are collectivists. They have powerful organizational apparati or whatever the word is that will get them out. Organizations will pay the bail, will fight for them. The issue, I think, is truly opportunity and the political ramifications. These activists know. So let's talk about Andy No. Andy No is covering a protest in Portland, and they mercilessly beat him, leaving his mouth bleeding, his ears bleeding. I believe they truly wanted to kill him, but it has to be a random strike from a bunch of different people, because if one person shows up with a gun, like Michael Reinold did, it is condemned outright. Even the attack on Andy No led to widespread political commendation. Even CNN briefly said it was wrong. That's a problem for political ideologue collectivists who are trying to win favor. So they want to, but it has to be done in a way that doesn't hurt their cause. Right. Michael Reinold shot Aaron Danielson twice in the chest, and it was bad for them. It's too much. What they need is a false flag. What James Lindsay's been calling a drag Floyd. What they need is for them to be the victim and them to be attacked. This is why I keep telling people violence doesn't work. They're trying to trick you into using it, because then law enforcement can respond with justification under the banner of law, and regular people will be scared and side against you.
Regarding because I think really the goal of these of activists is to get you to stop, whatever that means. And so regarding psychological warfare, which is basically what's been happening with doxing and all that, how do you react when you feel that someone is implementing psychological warfare on you?
I completely ignore it. I'll literally just tune it out. And it takes a lot of work to get to that place where you could really do that. But I was telling Tucker on the show, it's totally just noise. I completely tune it out and I sleep really well at night.
You have to do it.
You have to. Yeah. And I think everyone with a big following and sort of prominence finds their own strategy that works for them. You probably have your strategy for when they really, yeah. So that's what works for me.
I always talk about there's like they just make things up.
Yeah, literally.
One of my favorite stories.
The pizza box thing. They'll just make stuff up.
They claimed, someone actually posted on Twitter that I showed up to their house in Boston at 2 a.m. and turned their TV on while their friends and family were sleeping, and it woke everybody up. And they were like, wow, I can't believe he would. That's so crazy. That sounds just like something he would do. And I'm like, did no one find the story odd? Like, they didn't call some strange man's in my home turning my TV on, but people just make things up and they believe it.
Someone posted on Twitter that so Taylor wrote in the article that I used to be a real estate agent in Brooklyn, which is true. So I saw someone wrote on Twitter that they remember working with me once and I stole their clients from them because I told their clients that they shouldn't work with him because he's gay and I hate gay people. That's what they said, and obviously that never happened.
Oh, yeah.
Completely made up. I have no idea what he's talking about.
But the bigger aspect here to really consider, it's not just crazy people. There's a lot of crazy people out there, but these are also powerful state institutions that are going along with a lot of this larger ideology of punishing people, censoring them, deplatforming them, going out and asking social media companies to delete them because of the ideas that they detest. A lot of this, for me personally, brings a lot of ethos of Mao Zedong Zedong's Cultural Revolution. There's a lot of things that happened then that I think are very close to happening here. I don't think we're there yet, but I think we're definitely on a trajectory of going there. But this to me is just, very unsafe, very insane. And it feels like we're down a path down to total political partisanship that there's no going back from. There's nothing that could even bring us back together where we could be one cohesive nation, one cohesive people. It feels like this is a divide and conquer agenda, and the state has a particular victim and it has a particular victor already picked out.
Thanks for watching this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. Hang out with us live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. and become a member over at timcast.com for uncensored, members-only shows exclusive. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all next time.